To verify calibration, we're going to remove these 4 screws to gain access into the pod. Be sure to keep the screws where you can get to them afterwards. You'll want to tee in your manometer. This is the pump hose. Just break in right there. That seems to be the easiest place. Now you want to verify pressure. Sometimes the machine will freeze up. You start and stop, recycles it to where you can switch into any mode that you'll need to switch into. 1 being pressure mode. Verify your manometers at 0. You've got a test arm or a can or something to use up some of the space in the cuff so you don't have to pump too much. Start inflating the cuff. This part takes a few seconds. Pump it up to around 250. There'll be a little bit of settling, so you may have to give it a couple extra pumps. It's around 250. You want to verify the pressure on the screen is plus or minus 3. You want to make sure that it's plus or minus 3. Cut that. I'm going to use the manual. Set your digital voltmeter to the 20 volt DC scale. Attach the negative lead to test point 2. Kind of tricky to get back there. Attach the positive lead to test point 4. It's back behind the aluminum shroud towards the bottom of the board. It's another tricky one. Verify. The oscillometric offset reading is 1.6 volt plus or minus 0.04 volt. Remove the positive lead. Attach it to test point 5. Verify. The reading is plus 5 volt plus or minus 0.004 volt. Remove the positive lead. Attach it to test point 6. Verify that the reading is minus 5 volt plus or minus 0.004 volt. Attach positive to test point 1. It's just below the negative on test point 2. Verify you're at .200 volt plus or minus 0.01 volt. Adjust R24 as necessary. R24 is this pot, the first one, if you're looking in the back from left to right, could be either blue or gray, and it should have a little bit of clear silicone or a little fingernail polish on there once they set them. Make your adjustment there with their flathead screwdriver as necessary. Then you're going to pump it to 200. Make sure you've got your test arm in your cuff. always go past a little bit and then bleed down to 200. Make sure you've got 200 on your display, and you'll verify that you've got a voltage of 3.13 plus or minus 0.025 volts DC. Adjust R25, the pot right next to R24, as necessary. And we're good there. So you're going to bleed it down to 0. Switch 1 back down, stop button, and remove your leads. Switch 1 to the on position. You're going to pump up. I'm going to verify the overpressure switch works. You want it to trip between 290 and 300, and this is right at 300. So we're going to kick it down a little bit. It's the flathead screw on the right hand side. It's kind of recessed. Alright, so now we're at 295. So it's kicking in about 298. 295. So that's okay. Now you want to bleed down to 250 and verify the pressure on the screen is the same, plus or minus 3. It's at 249 on the front panel. So we're going to go back up. So it's working. Just let the unit under test to 250. Go a little bit past it, let it settle, and then just bleed it down with your manometer. It's 250. 248 on the front, so it's okay there. Bleed down to 200. 200. 150. It's okay there. 100. 101. It's okay there. Down to 50. 52. And then last stop is at 0. Open it up all the way. Let all the air extinguish out of the cuff. You should have 0. We're at 1 on the screen, so we're okay. There's probably a little air stuck in the line. That's it. Did you get that part?
Mm-hmm.
Press the start and stop button. Flip up switch 1. Just put you back in loop or test mode. Going to pump the unit under test to 250. Do the leakage verification on it. make sure that it's not over 10 millimeters over 10 seconds. So we get it to 250, which we're at. We'll start counting. We're about 3 millimeters over 10 seconds, so we're in good shape there.